How to get your life together. The habits that quietly change everything. Have you ever looked around your room, opened your phone, looked at your bank account, or simply sat alone with your thoughts and quietly asked yourself, how did my life end up like this? Not because you've made terrible decisions, not because you're lazy, but because somewhere along the way, you stopped feeling in control. Days started blending into weeks. Weeks became months. You promised yourself that next Monday would be different, then next month, then next year, yet somehow nothing changed. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something. You're not alone. Almost everyone reaches a point where life feels messy, overwhelming, and directionless. The difference between people who stay stuck and those who completely transform their lives isn't luck. It isn't talent. It isn't having more money or more time. It's the small choices they make every single day, because getting your life together isn't one big decision. It's thousands of tiny decisions that slowly become the person you're meant to be. Today, I'm going to share 10 principles that can genuinely change your life, but only if you're willing to apply them. Take a deep breath. Let's begin. 1. Stop waiting for motivation. Imagine a cold Monday morning. Your alarm rings. You promised yourself you'd wake up early, you'd exercise, read a book, start working on your dream. Instead, you hit snooze. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And before you realize it, another year has disappeared. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings change. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you'll feel tired, discouraged, and uninspired. If your actions depend on your emotions, your progress will always be inconsistent. The people you admire aren't motivated every day. They simply learn to keep moving even when motivation disappears. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Start before you feel ready, because you'll probably never feel completely ready. 2. Decide what actually matters right now. One of the biggest reasons people feel overwhelmed is because they're trying to fix everything at once. Lose weight, make money, read more, pray more, sleep better, learn a new skill, start a business, save money, become happier. It's exhausting. Imagine trying to climb 10 mountains at the same time. You wouldn't reach the top of any of them. Instead, choose one. Ask yourself, what is the one area of my life that needs me the most right now? Maybe it's your health. Maybe your relationship with God. Maybe your finances. Maybe your mental health. One focused season is more powerful than 10 distracted ones. When you focus your energy, your life begins to move again. 3. Build systems. Instead of chasing goals, goals inspire, systems transform. Anyone can dream. I want 6 figures. I want to get fit. I want to write a book. But dreams without daily action remain dreams. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day asking why it hasn't become a tree. You water it, you protect it, you trust the process. Your habits are the water, your routines are the sunlight, your consistency is the soil. Eventually, growth becomes unavoidable. Don't become obsessed with the destination. Fall in love with the process. 4. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. You can have the perfect planner, the perfect calendar, the perfect strategy, but if you're constantly exhausted, none of it matters. Think about your phone. When the battery reaches 1%, you stop using unnecessary apps. You plug it in, you recharge it. Why don't we treat ourselves the same way? Protect your sleep, protect your peace, drink more water, move your body. Spend time in silence. Say no to unnecessary drama. Not everything deserves your attention. Your energy is the fuel behind every dream. Guard it carefully. 5. Consistency beats intensity. People love dramatic beginnings. They announce new diets, delete every social media app, buy expensive planners, promise they'll change their entire life overnight. 3 weeks later, everything goes back to normal. Real transformation is usually boring. It's waking up when you said you would. It's making your bed. It's saving a little money, reading 10 pages, walking 20 minutes, praying every morning. None of these things seem life-changing until you've done them for a year. Small actions repeated daily become extraordinary results. 6. Win the morning. Finish the night with peace. Your mornings set your direction. Your evenings prepare tomorrow's success. You don't need a 5-hour morning routine. Wake up. Thank God for another day. Drink water. Stretch. Read something positive. Write your 3 priorities. That's enough. At night, put your phone away. Reflect on the day. Celebrate small victories. Forgive yourself for today's mistakes. Prepare for tomorrow. Sleep with peace instead of pressure. Every day becomes easier when it begins and ends intentionally. 7. Design an environment that supports your future. Look around your room. Does it inspire you, or does it constantly remind you of unfinished work? Your environment shapes your habits more than your willpower. A clean desk invites focus. An organized room brings peace. A prepared workspace reduces excuses. Success isn't only built in your mind, it's built in your surroundings. Don't wait until you feel productive. Create an environment that makes productivity easier. 8. Declutter more than your closet. Sometimes what needs cleaning isn't your room, it's your mind. It's the endless scrolling, the comparison, the toxic conversations, the constant negativity. Every unnecessary distraction steals attention from the life you're trying to build. Ask yourself, what keeps pulling me away from the person I want to become? Then have the courage to let it go. Growth often requires subtraction before addition. 9. Schedule your priorities. People often say, I don't have time, but time isn't usually the problem. Priorities are. We schedule meetings, appointments, birthdays, yet we expect our dreams to fit into whatever time is left. Treat your goals like appointments you cannot miss. If exercise matters, schedule it. If reading matters, schedule it. If prayer matters, schedule it. If building your business matters, schedule it. What gets scheduled gets done. 10. Have a daily conversation with yourself before you sleep tonight. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I improve tomorrow? What am I grateful for? These simple questions slowly reshape your thinking. You stop living on autopilot. You become intentional. You notice patterns. You celebrate growth. And you begin becoming someone you're proud of. Final story. Imagine 2 people standing at the beginning of a new year. Neither has more money, neither is more talented, neither has better opportunities. The first person waits for motivation, waits for confidence, waits for the perfect moment. The second person simply starts. 1 walk, 1 prayer, 1 page, 1 workout, 1 uncomfortable conversation, 1 small promise kept. A year later, their lives look completely different, not because one person was lucky, but because one person chose consistency over comfort. And here's the beautiful part. Today, you're standing where both of those people once stood. The decision is yours. 1 year from now, will you be wishing you had started, or will you be grateful that you did? Remember this, your life doesn't change in one dramatic moment. It changes in the quiet decisions nobody applauds. The alarm you don't snooze, the workout you don't skip, the prayer nobody hears, the book you keep reading, the habit you refuse to quit. Those ordinary moments become an extraordinary life. So don't wait for another Monday. Don't wait for another month. Don't wait for another year. Start today. Start small. Stay faithful, stay consistent, because the future you've been praying for is built by the choices you make today. If this message encouraged you, share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe for more videos that challenge you to grow. And remember, you don't have to have your whole life figured out. You only have to take the next right step. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep growing, keep believing, and never stop becoming the person you were created to be.